Alright, sorry guys. Why is it not showing me? Why is it just me? What is happening here? Alright, this is very weird. Okay. Like the lag on my side that shows up is so odd. Okay, I can't even see the old video anymore. All right, we're gonna try this again. I'm sorry, my battery was dying. It's a Canon battery though. It would have lasted for like another 20 minutes, but I know that red blinking would have had everyone commenting. It's just there's a lag on my side, and so what I was saying before is if you're watching this live after it's happened, sometimes if the latency slows down too much, it'll just skip over. And so there'll be like whole chunks of like things I'm saying that you will miss out on. I apologize. There's no way for me to circumvent that. But all right, so we're gonna do a get ready with me. We're gonna do a beat and talk through this. So what I've already put on my face is the Glossier Skin Tint in G5, love it, and then the concealer in G7. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm using because people always ask and I forget. And then we're going to do our Benefit Brow Pencil in 4.5, precisely my brow. Okay, so we're going to explain everything over again. Sorry, girl, it's a mess. I don't like the holiday seasons. I historically have not liked it. And the ways that I don't talk about it too much because it's like, a lot of people do love the holiday season and you don't want to be the Grinch who stole Christmas because your family doesn't get together for the holiday season. I mean, my family is Jehovah's Witness, so they don't celebrate. But more so than that, we all live in separate cities and separate states. And because it's so expensive to travel during the holidays, because capitalism ruins everything around us, cream, get the money. My family, it's not economically worth it for them. I mean, it's not economically worth it. They don't have the economic means to all get together during this time of year. So it's a little lonely for me. And I had assuaged that by going out of the country every year during the holiday season. Since like 2014, I've been to Ghana, Cuba, Mexico, Jamaica. Yeah. Did really good holiday trips. Thailand. During the holiday season, Hong Kong and Vancouver. And this year, because I got scammed into a relationship and the man formerly known as Lay Nigga offered to give me my first Christmas, so he asked me to stay home. And I was planning to go to West Africa. And yeah, it's the year of the return. So I was going to do like a day or two in Ghana. But I really wanted to go to Senegal and Ivory Coast this year. And I was planning for that. But that singularly isn't really what gives me, I mean, it's just compounded because that didn't happen. But I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew he had dropped the ball on that back in September. But, the universe tried to just chop me at my kneecaps. Like, prove a fucking point. Niggas will never run out of audacity. I really am not going to give any details on this shit. Because it is what it is. It's juicy as fuck. No one's going to guess what it is. I promise you, you're never going to figure this shit out. The Patreons, they know. Some of them know. 49 of them know. Because that's how many people watch the video. But it's a mind fuck. It sucks. And I'm in a really pissy ass mood. And so that's why I didn't leave the live up from yesterday, because I was unnecessarily rude to somebody. And I just didn't want to keep that up. So we're going to redo the whole thing over again this year. Well, today, right now. I was going to say this year. And I think what messed me up yesterday was like, for whatever reason, this conversation sparked off a lot of like debate amongst people, and people were debating, and I thought they were commenting back to me. So if you say something to me, just at me, Julesy, because then I can see it in orange and I'll read that comment. I'm gonna leave everything else alone, all right? Because it was a mess. It was a mess. So yeah, the holiday seasons naturally are already a sad time for me, and I'm not doing what I would want to do as a single person because I wasn't single 2 weeks ago. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. I mean, I'm very grateful for my friends though. I I wouldn't even be in Charlotte right now if it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing a gig tomorrow, which I'm actually pretty excited about. But you know, it's the South and everybody here is close to their family, which I love, but it also just means that it's hard to find people that are available during this time of year. And I don't really have close enough relationships where I feel comfortable like being in all the sads with someone else here. So I'm gonna go to Brooklyn on Tuesday and then go to DC for New Year's. It's gonna be cold. I'm going to colder climates for the holidays, which is typically not what I do, but it's gonna be okay. We're going to survive this. You know, why I don't know what you asked. Why are you asking me why did I never answer you? Look, y'all already know I'm not in a good mood. So please don't set me up to come for you. We're not trying to. We're trying to be centered. We're trying to like zen ourselves out and shit. Okay. We just putting on makeup. We ain't got nowhere to go. I did go to the bar last night. I did get my smoothie today, not yesterday. I'm applying my makeup, so no, I'm not gonna get to your questions right the fuck away. Calm down. And the cocktails I had were great. The food, it's a new bar. The food wasn't so good, but the cocktails were good. I'm just gonna put some of that same concealer under my eyes because my eyebrows are not deep. And I need to record some Patreon videos because I told them I'm going to go over with my Patreon what I did for my PhD application, which I got. I put my PhD application in. I submitted it on Monday, and that or Sunday night, and that I am really, really, really. That's been like the bright spot in like all the BS. Because I'm truly going through like an out of body experience right now, and it is wild, and I don't know how to proceed, and this is not something I've ever dealt with, and I don't know, and it's testing like all of my ethos right now, like all of them. And I don't deserve this shit at the fuck all. Like I've done, you know, it's one of those situations I could not control this shit if I wanted to. And so I am really happy with the PhD application that I submitted. And like I was saying yesterday, I'm not only happy with my application because of what I've done, but the support that I've gotten around submitting that, like getting that application together was amazing. Both in Takia, who mentored me, and she's just awesome, and she got a new job. I don't know if I can announce that shit yet, but I am super fucked. Like, that shit is amazing. I'm very happy for her. And then, you know, my recommendations, some execs at YouTube wrote me recommendations, and I was like shocked that they were so willing to do it. And so it really just reaffirms that, you know, I've done something. You know, I've done something. Was listening to Luther Vandross on Sunday in the car crying and shit, trying to get some chicken wings, and the restaurant was closed, and I was so fucking frustrated. And I was just really, really happy with the application that I put in and the support in the process. And I know that like the risk I take in talking about the fact that I'm applying for my PhD, because there are people that watch me because they don't like me and they're just obsessed. I mean, it's okay. They can be dumb on their own time, and I can't stop that shit. So you just gotta let it go and exist in the ether. But I do want to counter that sort of like that negative energy that's out there that's waiting for my downfall. So just pray for me that this PhD application does something, because I really, 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 really want to get into Vanderbilt. And I really, 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 really want to work with Dr. Williams, because that's the whole reason I applied to Vanderbilt. Well, not just that, but Rhonda Williams is the motherfucking shit. And if I can get to do research under her, that would be amazing. And so that's what, you know, we're waiting on. All right, we're gonna do the beat we did yesterday. So it's a bit of a beat. So we're just gonna go in and do it. Yeah, I'm nervous as hell because the The decision for the application comes out like right around my birthday, and I'll be 35 in March, and it's already gearing up to potentially, I don't know, it's going to be a blockbuster birthday. In which direction that blockbuster is fitting to hit, I don't know. I don't know. But why are people in the comments trying it? Because what I can do is block you for coming left. Because today is not the day. So thank you everyone for your kindness. I appreciate it. But people be doing people be so entitled. Like, chill. I need to come back to South Africa. I was one of like my best trips. No, I'm definitely flying. And also, in order for me to see your comment, you have to spell my name correctly. So some of y'all are tagging me, but I don't want to do a whole lot of this scrolling through my phone shit. So some comments are just not gonna get answered because I'm just gonna keep talking. Um, um, and then stop when I feel it's necessary to stop. Oh, I'm like, didn't I just blend out my concealer? Yes, bitch, you put more on your face though, so blend that shit out too. Okay. I was already using Laura Mercier before, but this is a black owned brand. The Beauty Bakery. I mean, the autofocus is off, so I can't, like, if I put it up to the camera, it's going to be blurry. But it's the Beauty Bakery flour, and I use I think this is Oat, is the one that I have, and I really, 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 really like this product. Like, it sets so well. Yeah, but I just, I wanted to share a little bit about my sads with the holiday season because I'm sure I'm not the only one going through it. And a lot of us kind of consciously just eat our sadness because we appreciate that everyone has a lot of joy during this year. And again, who wants to be the Grinch that stole Christmas? Like, sure, I don't get to celebrate the pagan holidays like everyone else, or like those with large families. But I also appreciate just seeing black families come together. And, maybe one day I'll have my own little black family that can come together doing shit. That would be nice. Texas had no state income tax, and I don't think that made me like Texas more. Okay, so we're setting. You know what's funny? Last night I could not find my contour palette, and it was literally like, it was under my feet against the couch, and I just couldn't see it. Okay, so the thread about, we're all poor. So I've been having this thought a lot in various ways. One, because of the shit that's happened to me. And then two, just like being on social media, and I've been spending way more time than I should because I finally got my application in. The nigga that was taking up a good bit of my time has disappeared, and just a bunch of things, so I have time to be on my phone. I've been doing way more scrolling than I should be, but I've been, what was that? Okay, we're just doing a lot of contour. All right, we didn't mean to do that. We're gonna fix it. But I have been watching a good bit of TikTok, and I love the black youths that be on TikTok. I especially love the black youths that get their parents who clearly look like they went to A&T in Norfolk State and was out at Freaknik in 98. What was that, in Virginia Beach? That's what the parents be looking like, and I love all of it. But I still realize like how much, anytime I spend a bit of time on social media, I realize how much we still are relying on feeding into images of wealth. Even when we're breaking barriers, it's still about, well-proportioned waistlines and white teeth and, clear skin. And mm, and branding and clothing that all sells you on something. Merchandise. By the way, speaking of merchandise, shop smart brown girl. But we're gonna capitalize. Uh, but then also part of that has been I will have the benefits of being scammed into a relationship. I now have employer provided health insurance next year, and I was hyped. I'm getting braces because I'm closing up this gap, and I'm going to therapy because it's like $45 instead of the $120 I was paying out of pocket per session before. And so I am I was really hyped to get this insurance, and then I was going through the plan so I could schedule all my doctor's appointments and stuff at the beginning of the year, and realizing that with the deductible, with the maximums and all that stuff, we're all one medical emergency away from poverty. All of us. You know what I mean? It's been interesting, especially as my income level has improved, that realizing how little security that how little much security that money actually provides, and then how much wealth I would actually need access to in order to legitimately be good, and what that would mean ethically and integrity wise in order for me to tap into that sort of wealth. A lot of us are just struggling, and I think what really brings this to mind for me is that the ways we judge and project people, and the commentary that you often see of the hate and the shade and the judgment across social media, because a lot of us are just trying to find ways not even to become wealthy, but to find financial comfort, and realizing that what we thought when we was in 7th and 8th grades or even college as far as income, that you get to this certain age. Okay, Jackie palette, I always use it. So I always use ginger in my crease as my kind of blend out color. And a lot of us, people in general are just reaching for things across. When I say reaching for things, the things that we buy into, whether it's dating advice, financial advice, how to, better yourself, and empowerment, knowledge base, skincare, all these self-care, mental health, a lot of the ways in which movements become popular on social media, and people are able to sell us on things, is that the general mass audience is just trying to find comforts. And I think a lot of us are struggling in various ways because, especially in America, the Black community is only getting poorer. It's rough. It is really, really rough out here. And I think, in my own sphere of influence, I have a lot of friends who are coming up in being able to get the jobs they want and demand their wealth and demand the right salary. But then what's also happening is the way jobs even work has changed, because now we don't have the same setup societally as we did when we were in the 90s and our parents were working, right? That a lot of jobs don't provide 401ks or paid time off. A lot of work now is contract work, and so you're trying to supplement what would normally have been healthcare and 401ks and paid time off and all these sort of minimal safety nets that we used to have. You're trying to supplement that in the dollar amount, and it's really hard. You think, okay, if I add another 20,000 to my income, that'll make up for this, and people don't have pensions, people don't have retirement plans anymore. No, it don't really make up for it no more. And so, I have a handful of friends that are making a really good amount of money, and they're still economically frustrated. And if they're not precisely economically frustrated, they're frustrated just kind of with the demands and the way the jobs entreat them, and the lack of care that, feeding into this sort of capitalism really, it doesn't provide. So it's rough. And I think a lot of folks are struggling and just trying to pantomime through it. And that, yeah, you right. Oh, why my mama on here? Log off, Trisha. I love you though, but log off. Uh, she gonna call me about this later. Okay, so yesterday I went in with Soleil, which is like, it looks like a rose gold, but really when I put it on, it's kind of more of like a flat gold on my skin tone. So I'm just gonna go in here with that. I think it's better if I read the comments from my phone. But yeah, that is another thing. And that a lot of us, in order to get these better paying jobs, we incur a lot of student loan debt. And I will say flat out, we was lied to about how to. I think we all thought we was going to get these student loans and get a good job and then be able to pay them off quickly. And then you didn't realize, because no one educated us on like the sort of like, there's a lot of policies. And you know what actually happened? Because everything is political, right? What happened is that, shout out to Joe Biden, since the 80s, they, policy has continually been passed on the federal level to chip away at consumer protections around student loans. So the way our parents, and I'm 35, so my parents were born in the 50s and 60s, the way my parents might have been able to go to college, or their friends have gone to college, and the way that college worked up until the late 80s is different for how it worked through the 90s, and then it's definitely different for how it worked in the 2000s. So a lot of us are, it's just dealing with a sort of how to pay off your student loan debt, and like the ways and the policies and the rights you do or don't have with your student loan debt. And a generation above us has a completely different experience around that. And college is way more expensive. Like when my parents were thinking of going to college might have been $5,000 for the entire year. I went to college, was $52,000 a year. I was at George Washington. Like, it's crazy. And then shall we talk about the PTSD from surviving the recession of '08? Like, imagine, you know what I mean? Like, I did that video about my college experience, and I think a lot of my college experience was colored by who was in office. So I feel real bad for the folks. Well, I'm worried about the kids that are in college now, and what that orange buffoon being in the office, what that does for your college experience, because Bush being in office definitely impacted mine. But a lot of black folks that went to college with Obama in office had a great experience, because hope is a powerful drug. But when the recession hit, I had graduated college. So like that, my generation, and not even just my generation, my class, like that class that graduated between like '06 and 2012, like we had bruh, like try to get a job, and like the things we had to do, and it was 52K a year, not a semester. And now and just trying to get out of that, like, bruh, a lot of people got screwed over during that era. A lot of, not even just as individuals, but like families, parents losing homes and stuff, just seeing an economic downturn and what you thought was like the middle class community that surrounded you. And then, I'm gonna stop looking at these comments, because I'm gonna call some of y'all dumb, and I don't want to do that. That's just mean on my part, so I'm gonna let that go. Because I keep stopping and pausing, because I see some BS pop up on my screen, and I'm just like, why is somebody leaving that comment? And I should just be seeing all the wonderful comments that are around it and leave the rest of them alone. That's what I should be doing. But and then now today we have really what makes me think everyone's poor when looking at my health insurance is, yeah, we're all one medical emergency away from like poverty. When your health insurance caps out at like a maximum spend of like $50,000, do you know how much surgeries cost? Like, imagine you get in a car accident. Like, we're all one, like, Thanos don't even need to snap his fingers. It really just be like a snap of the moment from needing a GoFundMe. And I've had this thought for a while, and I know I've said this in another video about the idea of the medical emergency, which is why I don't, like, even though my income has increased, I don't do I don't I try to stay away from feeding into shows of wealth because my whole thought is like I definitely have not hit the income level where I would be good if I had to go to the doctor twice a month. You know what I mean? Like something basic as like if I broke a leg or something, I would be well up until because I haven't had health insurance, I would be screwed. And what does it look for me? What does it look like for me to talk about all the luxurious things I have access to, and then have to come up and be like, "Hey guys, can you donate to my GoFundMe because I broke a leg?" Like, bruh, no, that would not be smart on my part. Okay, so when I darken, I always mix Big Wig with Credit and do that on the outer V because I like that sort of purpley brown smoky look, and that really is the eye look. Okay, that really be it. I recreate this look so many different ways all the time, but Soleil really just is such a pretty color. It's a good shimmer. Okay. So, oh, that's not it for the Jackie Aina palette. I also like to take Shookington, and that's that shimmery purple. Yeah, it is Shookington. And then put it under my waterline because it just gives it a nice pop. And this is basically what I do for every eye look. And I will swap out Zam, Zwola's, Trust Issues for the lid color. But this is literally it all the time. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. Imagine having a chronic disease and then having to, go into the, engage with the healthcare infrastructure a lot more. I am of able-bodied privilege. And so fortunately at this point in my life, I have not had to experience that. But, it could happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a black woman. There's a whole lot of things that could happen, that I don't have control over. I can drink all the alkaline water. I can work out. And we've seen it like the healthiest people on who are Instagram influencers, passing away from stomach cancer or various cancers, or, that the recent young lady who passed away from like blood clots. Like, none of us are above this. And so I think I'm constantly conscious of the fact that, like, especially as influencers, because so many influencers do rely on this image of wealth to promote themselves. And like I was saying yesterday, like, maybe because a lot of influencers are young, so they're still on their parents' health insurance. But I'm really wondering, like, how are y'all paying to go to the doctor? Like, everyone comes out with laser away and like veneers and like the stuff you pay like a one-time fee for. But how are y'all like engaging if like you need to get your gallbladder removed? I don't know. Like, what's this possible reason you have to have surgery on something? I don't know. You have a torn meniscus, or, you have fibroids, or tonsils. I don't know. Like, how are y'all engaging in the healthcare? Like how are y'all going to the doctor? Because for us, it's not even just going, an office visit is $175, cool, but like getting blood work and testing and all this other stuff is really, really expensive. And it's like, I know everyone don't got James Charles wealth, so what are y'all really doing is the question that I'm asking. Okay, I think we're ready for powder, and I use the same powder. The goat powder for me is Laura Mercier. I use color 15, which is actually out of, they don't make it anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of this. I guess find a new powder, but this is the powder I like. Yeah. I'm really hoping that we can get a progressive into office. I don't know why a person would comment asking if I just endorsed Joe Biden when I was making a comment about how Congress has chipped away at consumer protection laws because of Joe Biden. How is that an endorsement? Think about that one. Yeah, I definitely hope that, I understand why people are inclined to check out and are of the belief that Trump will be reelected, but I'm going to make a valiant effort, to do my part to help with to work against voter suppression in 2020, because I really hope that, you know, regardless of what really happens in the White House, we still need state legislatures and the Senate to flip. So, I mean, we can give up on the idea of like what's going to happen in the White House, but like there's all these other functions of government that also have to change along with that. So, you know, I actually have a sponsorship that's centered around a senator in North Carolina. Hopefully this, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm still waiting for them to review the content I submitted, and I hope it go well, because getting paid to talk about what I would already talk about is awesome. And it's really hard because for the most part, I only get offers for like, I don't get a lot of offers for sponsorships. And I was wondering, like, do y'all like following people where every other post is like a sponsored, like an ad? I don't know what these girls are using to get all these ads. And I'm like, you know, I'm inclined to like ask, but then I'm also like, do I want to be that person? I just would like to get more sponsorships that align with the things that I'm already doing. Not necessarily, I don't necessarily want to do a sponsorship for like teeth whiteners. But then again, I'm doing all these get ready with me's, and I think they water the brand down because the wig companies is the only one offering a little bit of coins. So, you know. But I have been getting hit up more about from political, like a few reproductive rights firms have hit me up. But it's just so weird in this space because when something does align with what I already talk about, the pay be real disrespectful. It be super disrespectful. For like a year-long campaign. It'd be crazy. Okay, so the Vanity Diary sent me this Morphe blush palette, which is actually really dope. I think this is their cool palette because these are the colors in it. And so I'm just using Free. I mean, I use all the colors in this palette, but I have a really neutral skin tone, so I don't ever really think too much about like what I'm putting on my face cheek-wise. I just like to do my blush like a Snapchat filter. And that's that on that. I didn't blend out this powder well enough under my eye. It's looking all cakey. That Beauty Bakery powder really does set in though. It be hitting. Okay, I got powder all on my thing. I don't think I feel like maybe I didn't blend in. My under eye's looking a little crazy to me. But it might also just be the lights. I don't know. We need to put a highlight on and spray the face down and then put eyeliner on and we're about done. Yeah. See, I kind of want to do a like, I keep reaching for like my gold highlight, but because I'm so pale right now, gold highlight doesn't really look that good on me. And then it looks too tinted against my skin tone. So I think I'm going to go in with my Becca palette. It's so sad Becca, I moved, and so Becca didn't update my address for their PR list, and I miss it. Put me back on your PR. You were like a little bomb. Alright, I'm going to go in. This is the Chrissy Teigen palette, which I actually like. It works really well for me. Alright. Oh, man. So yesterday I did like 50 million different lip colors because I didn't know what I want to do. And then, you know, you post on Instagram and everybody's like, what lip color is that? And I'm like, girl, it's like 50 of them. It's not even just one. Let's take a moment to look through the comments. This is not as spicy as yesterday. Yesterday was because somebody, you know what? It's because I'm not reading the comments and I'm not allowing you to derail my train of thought. I'm on it today. Thank you for that. I love y'all too. Well, let's see what y'all are saying. Whoever said that there was supposed to be money in politics? I know how the government works. I was talking about sponsorships. Like, I really enjoy spraying my face. It's like refreshing. It's self-care. I would move to Canada if they had like sunshine. I would move to London actually, but they're getting rid of the NHS. I guess is that what's happening now, y'all? Like they elected Boris Johnson. I mean, and I realized when that election happened, like shit, I only know people in London. I don't know people in no other parts of the UK. So I guess I'm surprised because I don't know nobody else in the other parts of the UK. That's why I'm surprised at what's happening here. I thought y'all was liberals, progressives. What happened? No. I actually really like London for the 2 weeks that they have summer in August. But as a person who does have clinically diagnosed anxiety, I just don't think moving to a city that like is gloomy naturally is that smart of an idea. And hold on, let me find my lip liner real quick. You know what? I think my lip liner is in my purse, and I don't feel like getting up to get it. So we're just gonna try this. Nude brown. I'm really attached to being Black American. Like I love it, and so honestly, I can't leave my people. I don't want to leave my niggas. I love my niggas, so we're gonna ride with them. But I would like to have houses in like different locations, so I wouldn't be opposed to like living internationally seasonally, you know. See, every time I look up and stare at my computer screen, there's somebody leaving a dumbass comment, and I'm just like, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep seeing this? Oh, did I take oh, the lip gloss. Oh no, it's right here. It's right here. I was worried that I had it in my purse. I was worried. My bad. Okay, we're gonna put lashes on. Do we want to put eyeliner on? Are we gonna do it all? This is NYX Couture. Yes, I travel alone out the country. I have entire videos on my travel on my YouTube channel. And I used to have a vlog channel. Those videos are still up. So like most of my Ghana, which I did mostly by myself. I went to where else have I gone by myself? Denmark, Norway. My lip liner isn't dark enough. Okay. This is not what we wanted. Wow, this is giving us 2000 sad, and we are the sads, but the lip doesn't need to be sad. That's unnecessary. Okay, so let's figure this shit out before. Oh, you got your kinky straight, your KS hair only, and you love it. Tag me in a picture so I can see it. It's so weird. I've done like several KS hair only sales, and I don't hear nothing. Nothing bad, nothing, you know. And I guess I'm not worried because for as much as it costs, I'm sure people didn't like it. They would let me know. And like plenty of people have come back and bought more than once, like have come back and bought 2 and 3 times. So I know we're okay, but it's just so funny that like I don't see no picture. Nothing. Like okay, a little bit better, but not it. I really need this lip to pop. Yeah, I understand. Ugh, that curry was orange, and now my teeth are orange. I think one of the things people don't understand of influencers, YouTubers, content creators, whatever, is like when you leave a comment, imagine somebody saying that to you to your face. And how would you be inclined to respond? So I guess we all have thoughts. Like I get it when you put yourself out there publicly, you open yourself up to other people's opinions, and we all have thoughts because I have thoughts. But a lot of times I don't comment my thoughts because I wouldn't I'm like I just find a friend and tell them. Share that shit with somebody else. Don't share your negativity with me. Is it constructive? Did I ask for it? Are you calling me out on something actually, right? Like that's okay, right? Like say I say something that's transphobic. Yeah, call me out on that shit. But people just be saying things because they ain't got nobody to talk to. And I'd be like, you're saying that to me? Wow. I don't think when it comes to traveling alone, okay, the lip worked. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what I just did. So I did. Okay, I think we're back on now. I'm sorry, guys. This is really annoying. Okay, I think we're back, but there's a delay. Okay, I think. All right, we're gonna finish. Like, can we? We were doing lives before this. Okay, but something spicy this season, and it's just not going well. So let's close this out because I need to put a lash on, and I don't know why you guys are naming cities, but have fun. Hey, I love a good community, and it looks like y'all found one. I think I meant to put. Look, we're gonna do our Patreon video and then wash our face and go to bed. So, but this Fenty liquid liner pencil is the bomb. I love it. It's hitting. I'm trying to see what y'all saying because now my comments aren't loading on here anymore. And hopefully, like, see, my screen is frozen, so I can't even see anything at all. Like, I'm getting nothing. So, okay, YouTube, thank you for nothing. I don't know why I'm trying to do this with a mirror in my hand. Sorry. That's foolish of me. I'm not that good with liquid liner. I don't know why when I draw my like wing on the right side, I always slant it up, but when I draw it on the left side, I always just do it out like this. And this is way too high. Oh man. F it. We just gonna have to go with the high wing. We're just gonna go with it. Alright, so we're gonna do this wing high. I'm right-handed. I just made that a mess. Oh man. A mess. Excuse me. All right. Okay, we're just gonna have a messy wing. That's it. My hands are a little shaky on top of it. Anxiety attacks are fun, and we'll leave it at that. That's that. Now I have to like go on here. I think everybody is in the chat just talking about where to live at. Everywhere sucks. I mean, I don't necessarily think there's a universal like this is universally great city. I really think it just depends on like how your family's structured, what your finances are, what kind of career you want, and like what things matter to you. I think one of the great things about the United States though is that there is a very vast and like it's a huge country with a lot of different cities, and so you can like you really have a lot of options here and the ability to move to different states and stuff. I think it's a little bit precarious for black folk though because we do want to for the most part be amongst other black people. So there's a whole beautiful part of the country that like just none of us live in because it you know, the whites knew what they were doing when they created them laws and shit and said if you niggas come over here we'll lynch you. So like we stayed away. But And then unfortunately, a lot of city centers where we're at, you know, the whites did it again, and they made sure that like social services and the safety net wasn't plentiful. But then you go to Colorado and the whites have all of that. It's crazy. It's bananas. I tell you, I just put my messy mascara on. And then we're going to put the lash on, which is Mykonos by Lily Lash. Okay, people keep asking me about the cutting off of my hair. Because a lot of people have like a really profound attachment to their hair, and I am not one of them. This is about the 5th time I have shaved my head. I already know. I knew before I did this shit that I do not look bad with a shaved head. I have something going on internally, and this area of my hair breaks off, and I didn't have the means to figure it out. You know, next year we'll definitely find a dermatologist. It's crazy though, you find a black dermatologist and guess what they don't take? Any health insurance. It's capitalism. And maybe get some testing. I think it's not even my skin though. Something's happening on the nervous system side of my scalp, that my hair grows to a certain length right here, and then like it hurts, like it's painful. And then because I'm always like trying to massage it, I'm breaking the hair off because I always have my hands in it. And I just didn't want to stress about it. I wanted to keep my pixie cut, but it's getting a little expensive with the nerve issue. And so Angel just cut all my hair off, and that was that. And a bitch don't look bad. So here we are. I don't know. Will I grow it back out? I don't know. Will I cut it again? I don't know. It's hair. I'm not bald. I just have breakage. And that's pretty much why I've been cutting my hair for the past 7 years. Oh, I think I let the glue dry a little too much. Damn, damn, damn. Um, you know, I like the cut for when like I go to work out. I don't have to worry about sweating anything out. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy not having to think about my hair at all. But I also miss being able to get braids. So there's that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. We're doing a lot to put this lash on. We're just gonna, I mean, we're gonna do the Patreon videos. We are gonna do something. Hopefully the lives keep working. Ooh, this shit is so crusty. I gotta throw this lash out after tonight. I keep saying, everybody keeps asking about vitamin D. I take a vitamin D prescription. Like, my vitamin D might be bad right to now because I ran out of this prescription a week ago, but it's not the cause of my hair issues because I've gotten it tested. Otherwise, nigga, pipe down. Ooh. Good morning. My name is Toby. it crazy? Like, why do black dermatologists, I mean, I get it because they're in such high demand, and dealing with insurance companies is not fun for the doctor either. But it really kind of sucks when you think about like the community, and like, it's not like, oh, they don't take insurance and then like their rates are great. It just means that only like a certain class of clientele can get access to them. And the rest of us are walking around not even like just with bad, like, you know, you think skincare really comes down to acne, but like your whole body is covered with skin. Like there are so many issues that are particular. I mean, and like that are particular to the fact that our hair grows different, you know, that you don't want to, that you would like to go to a black doctor, but it is extremely difficult. Because I remember when I had health insurance and I was in DC, there was a black dermatologist that everyone was recommending, and sis did not take any sort of insurance. And I guess it's the whole thing where maybe sometimes they'll give you the paperwork where you can file with your own insurance company, but I've never actually gone to a doctor who does that because it's such a big turnoff for me, but I might just try if I encounter it again. Okay, did I put that lash on too far over? My eyelids are so long, like, I don't never have to clip a lash. Do I look okay? I was going to explain my lip combo. So what I put on my lips is this, the top is an Anastasia Venus lip gloss. Tapped it with a bit of this NYX Couture, but I had to wipe it off, but it still left the base on it. And then the lip line is an NYX lip liner. I got to figure out why I put it down at. It's a suede lip liner that, again, ain't Vanity sent to me. Here it goes. It's NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Doom. Yes, this is popping. I don't like Indian doctors. I don't want to get into like how I choose my doctor's ethnicities and who I will and will not go to, because you have to walk the line on not being xenophobic in that arena. I firmly like my people. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. My people. And it's hard because a lot of us don't go to med school to become doctors. And so I stay away from a lot of folks when it comes to, because bedside manners, I really hate being rushed out of the doctor's office. I really hate people that talk down to you, that make assumptions about your lifestyle and what you're doing. And I can't imagine being any sort of sexually gender fluid, queer, whatever, and trying to go, or being economically disadvantaged and going to the doctor and having them talk to you the way they talk to people. But if I'm spending any kind of coin going to the doctor, trust and believe, whether it's copay or not, I need a certain level of service. And so I'm very specific about who I wish to engage with. Yeah, I think I might have not put this lash on correct. This lash, which is my right side. For some reason, looking in the mirror never really confirms for me that I have to go over to like IG stories and look and see, did I do it correctly or not? I think this one might, I don't know what's happening. They look different, don't they? Okay, we're just gonna, like, whatever. We're doing Patreon video. Like, you know what I think is what's happening is the lashes, I need to throw them out. This one's thinner, and so it just looks different. And this one is sitting different. Whatever. Okay, this is how I do the look. This is it. We've been on here for over an hour. Wow. I hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to leave this one up with all its errors. If you made it this far, thank you for your patience. I am so sorry that we had those technical difficulties. My laptop literally went from like 40% battery to 6 and then shut off. And now my screen is frozen, so I can't see anything. But yes, there are a lot of anti-black black doctors. But we're gonna leave that one alone because that gets real messy and then you gotta explain shit and it's good. I just preferred that my doctors went to Howard Medical and that's how I find my doctors. All my doctors went to Howard Medical and we good on it. Alright. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thank you for putting up with all the shenanigans. We'll leave this one up even though it's rough, but this has been indicative of my 2019. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Deuces!